I love this corner. The reason I love this corner is because it exists only because it must, not because anyone wanted it to. The nature of a 3D video game, and really just the nature of like Euclidean geometry space, that's probably not the correct word, but you know, just the nature of how the three-dimensional world functions, is that if two things exist, something has to be in between them. So if your intention is to put a rock here and a rock there, by necessity, this space will be in between them, right? And those spaces in between the objects that a game developer intentionally places are really the only place where the video game expresses itself without intentional input. Now, it's not literally true, but I think as art goes, the designers of the level did not make this corner, right? The designers of the level made this field and made that big hill that's up here, and they made this wall, but they didn't make this corner. The corner happened as a result of everything else that was there, and so it's in that way that I mean this is one of the small places where Super Mario 64 actually exists on its own terms, which is so cool to me. I'm not trying to be one of those people that's like, oh, the art of video games is that they're actually art and they're not fun. It's not about fun, because it is all about fun, and like, you know, everybody loves doing triple jumps and all that. And that's a huge part of the experience, but I guess I feel like there's so much discourse about that piece of it that we do sort of lose the actual, like, stand back and let's look at what's happening piece of it. And for me, a corner like this really helps me remember why 3D spaces are such an incredible way to make art. When you sort of walk over to this ledge, you see exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is incidental, this area down here. It wasn't an accident, but it was the result of a lot of intentional choices. It was an unintended consequence, which is actually a synonym for an accident, so it sort of is an accident. And it's so good. It's such a good little space.